Hello, my favorite student, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, English with Speaker. My name is Tanya, and in today's lesson, we are going to talk about the nightmare of every English language learner: mistakes. We are all so afraid of making them. That's why we do so many exercises. We practice a lot. We check our pronunciation and if we said this or that phrase correctly, because native speakers, they never make mistakes. Or do they? Of course they do, and this video is about mistakes that many native speakers make on daily basis. They make them every single day. Just a warning that in no way this lesson is made to humiliate or embarrass anyone. This is not the aim. The aim is to show that everyone makes mistakes, no matter if you are a native or a non-native speaker. This is totally fine. And if mistakes happen, let them be. Don't stress over. Don't let this fear stop you from speaking any language you are learning. So the first one is, are, and was, were. Are you surprised? Because I was surprised when I found this out. Let's have a look at these examples.
And it's just fantastic. It's so chaotic, and it's sort of like there's robots and cars, and then every sort of like sci-fi references is dotted everywhere as he sort of runs around this.
There's robots and cars. Once again, there's robots and cars. Robots are plural. Cars are plural. So do we need there is? No, of course not. We need are. We need are. Now let's have a look at another example.
And that's why they influenced me, because there wasn't as many people on YouTube that were big back then as there are today.
There wasn't as many people on YouTube as there are today. There wasn't as many people. People, I know that this is an irregular plural noun, but anyways, it's a plural noun, so we need were. So we use is and was with singular nouns and are and were with plural nouns. I'm sure that you know it, and I'm sure that native speakers know it. It's just in speaking, it happens. Okay, next one, and me and my friend.
First time I ever went there, me and my friend sat around this table with some other people and just ended up making friends with them and chatting to them.
Me and my friend sat around the table. Well, when we mean we, use my friend and I, because we do this action. When we mean us, use my friend and me, or me and my friend, because this action happens to or with us. So in this case, who sits around the table? We. My friend and I, we. That's why we need my friend and I sat around the table, or we sat around the table. But there are many examples of this mistake in different songs. For example, No Doubt, they have a song Don't Speak, and it starts with you and me, we used to be together. So it's like she starts with a mistake, you and me, but then even then she says we. I think it is actually done for the purposes of rhyming, and maybe because you and me sounds softer, I don't know. But then One Direction is also not an exception. They have a song, You and I. So they sing, nothing can come between you and I. But let's think, does the action happen to us or we do this action? It happens to us. So we need you and me. But I guess it doesn't rhyme again. I don't know. Oof, double negative.
Did you just pull it out?
Well, I did not pull it out.
You didn't not pull it out. What does that even mean?
And I love the question at the end, like, What does that even mean? A native speaker didn't understand a native speaker. So you see, that is like totally fine. And for real, we all know that in the English language, we cannot use a double negation, like we cannot use a double negative in sentences. But it is done. And it means that you actually did this thing. For example, I didn't not read this book. It means I read this book. Or I didn't do nothing, which means I did something. And again, it appears in so many popular songs. Like, for example, Never Gonna Not Dance Again. So I guess Pink is going to dance again. Ain't No Sunshine. And the line is, ain't no sunshine when she's gone. So that means that the sun is shining when she's gone? Jesus! Then ain't no mountain high enough. I can get no satisfaction, which is I can get satisfaction. Yeah, it means I can get satisfaction. And the last one, which is very funny, don't, the first negative, nobody, the second negative, bring me no, the third negative, bad news. So is it like triple negative? And what does that even mean? If you're watching this lesson and you are enjoying it, I hope that you have subscribed. You have already hit a thumbs up button. And I want you to know that there are many, many more lessons on this YouTube channel, and they are supported with so many free of charge worksheets. So you can get them on my Patreon or Ko-fi account. Just go there, just click take free worksheet, and it is yours. And if you want to support me more, you can do it there. You can do it for as much or as little as you like. I appreciate every way you support me. Thank you. Now everyone's favorite. I could care less.
How about changing your attitude on that? I mean, I don't care. Listen, I could care less how many college students yell at me.
So he starts with, I don't care. I mean, he wants to say, I don't care. And then he says, I could care less. Which is, you know, when you say, I could care less, that means that you care and you want to care less. But if you want to say, I don't care, you just say, I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less. Pure and less.
We have to stick with what we say yes to. We will find later that we wish we said yes to less things, and then we will.
We wish we said yes to less things. Now, we use fewer with countable nouns, but we use less with uncountable nouns. Let's think. A thing is a singular countable noun, and the plural of it is things. But this is still a countable noun. So we need fewer. That's right. We wish we said yes to fewer things. Next one is hard to explain, but native speakers don't like using past participles. Not all of them, some of course, but past participles are avoided.
And he stepped in and got me off when I should have went to jail.
I should have went to jail. I should have went to jail. I should have went to jail. All right. When someone says I have went, they use the past simple form of the verb go. But in this case, have is an auxiliary verb of perfect tense, right? That means, by the way, if you want to know more about present perfect, I had a lesson, a live lesson on YouTube, and also I have uploaded a full-length lesson with a worksheet that you can get on my Patreon account. So this is perfect, yeah? And in perfect, we use have plus a past participle or a third form of the verb. Why it is not used here? I don't know. But the third form of the verb go is gone. I should have gone. Now on to the last one, and we are going to talk about conditional sentences. To be more exact, about would in an if clause.
you have almost no chance of succeeding. Sometimes you do succeed without a strategy, but if you would have had a strategy, you'd be 10 times better.
In any conditional sentence, and this is a conditional sentence, a mixed conditional to be more exact, we have two clauses, we have two parts. In a main clause, which is a possible or an imaginary result, we use will or would and then an infinitive. But in an if clause, which is an imaginary situation or a possible situation, we never use will or would. By the way, I talk about this more in my series about conditionals, so they're all here, they're all supported with worksheets. You can watch them. So it is wrong to say if you would have had. No would after if. In this case, this if part shows an unreal past condition, an unreal past situation. So we need past perfect here. If you had had a strategy, you would be 10 times better. This is a probable result in the present. All right, these are all the mistakes that I wanted to talk with you about, and I want to point it out again. There's nothing wrong with making mistakes. Making a mistake is a part of a learning process. And that is it for me. Thank you for being here with me today. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!